This is Talk of Better World. Tell your mom.
Hey, and welcome back to Talk of Better Worlds. I'm SirFelixTheCat, and this is Nerd Talk Thursday. So, today it's Thursday, February 26th, and tomorrow is Pokemon Day. It is the 30th anniversary of Pokemon. So, yeah, we're expecting something to celebrate. Namely, we're all hoping for Gen 10, and we're hoping it's going to be like the rumors that we've seen of like this very much more acceptable of current times Pokemon game. Yeah, it's going to look a lot more graphically intense. At least like water looked amazing from the leaks that we saw. Don't know how legit they are. We all want to believe it because that would be fantastic, especially if they learned from the lesson of their mistakes from Scarlet and Violet, because it came out in a bad shape. Given I didn't have any of the issues other people talked about. We've gone over this several times. Some people had okay experiences, other ones had like bug fest galore, and if you played it online with a friend, it was terrible. Like that was legitimately just terrible upon launch. But yeah, before I really get into this, I do want to say you're going to see footage on the screen probably of Scarlet and Violet, maybe some Sword and Shield if I feel like throwing that in there. I don't know what's going to be on the screen at this moment, so yeah, hope you enjoy it. Anyways, another thing that we have to look forward to is Pokemon Company and Nintendo are re-releasing Fire Red and Leaf Green, which is super exciting. Like, super exciting. And yes, there is a little bit of backlash on this, because there's a couple of schools of thought on this one. One of them being like, hey, I'm already paying for NSO, it has a Game Boy Advance emulator, why aren't they just being thrown in there? And that's because Nintendo sees things differently than Xbox and PlayStation do. They will throw their big titles into their services because they want people to sign up for these services. And yes, Nintendo does want you to sign up for NSO. However, they also understand selling games makes more money than just getting some people on a subscription that they could cancel at any time. So, yeah, selling them for $20 each is not bad. Do I wish there was a physical version of it that had like both of them on it? That would be super dope. Yes. I don't think they would end up doing that though. Instead, we do have these digital versions, which again, there's more schools of thought on this one. How dare they charge for this when it could be on NSO? I mean, instead, I'll just go ahead and pirate it. That's a little bit of a gray area to go pirate it. I don't suggest that. I know people do it. I may have seen some myself at times. But, yeah, no, they're re-releasing it digitally, and $20 each is not bad, especially if you want to go buy a copy of it. Go on eBay and try to buy a copy of Fire Red and Leaf Green. And if you find something that's not, close to like the $200 mark, good for you. You found someone who's selling it for less than they could. Because, I mean, look at those prices. Look at these prices. They're insane. But $20 is a decent deal. It's going to be better, especially if they throw on like Pokemon Home or something like that. Something to kind of let you like trade stuff. And there's kind of hints that they've dropped that, hey, we might get more than this. I'm kind of hoping we might get like maybe Gold and Silver, or I don't know. I mean, they have Diamond and Pearl on Switch 1. It's the remakes, Brilliant and Shining, whatever they are. They also have, what was it? Heart Gold and Soul Silver or something like that. I've never played those two. I played the original ones back on Game Boy Color, but I would love to see those. I would absolutely love to see those. But there's something else that has been missing from Pokemon for a few generations now, and I want it to come back. And that is the third version. I loved Pokemon Crystal. Fantastic game. Emerald was amazing. That is probably the perfect setup for a Pokemon game. And I might see things a little bit differently than how other people see them. To me, you have, let's just say you have Red and Blue. Those are your base Pokemon. That's your base Pokemon universe. And then you have Yellow, which, yes, it looks like it. It looks just like the other two. There are some things that are different. And to me, the way I look at it is it's a more advanced parallel universe. So, yeah, you may look the same. People may be the same, have the same names, but there's slight changes. And that's why it's a parallel universe. Everything's close. It's almost identical, but there's a few things that change it up. It looks even better when you look at Emerald. Emerald has the battle... Ooh. Give me a second. Ha! Battle Frontier. Yeah, sorry, me and my mid-video research, it's getting pretty bad. Especially when I had the notes right in front of me. I actually had it highlighted, and I looked at everything but what I had highlighted. Genius.
No, not me. Although, I am very smart.
But really, missing this third generation, having that missing universe in Pokemon is very upsetting. It makes the whole thing just feel thinner. And I understand they're trying to replace it with DLC. You just go ahead and get this island from a DLC and this island from a DLC. But does that really make up for it? Does that hit the same way as going and getting another game? Now, yes, I understand. I'm saying that people, they should sell more games and rip people off by making them buy the same thing again, but with basically DLC added. I get that. But again, I look at it as this is a different parallel universe to the main Pokemon games. That's how I've always seen it. That's why I've never been afraid to go ahead. When I was younger, I had my parents buy me Silver, and then I saved up money and I bought Crystal myself. And then when I was older, I got Ruby. I then got Sapphire, and then I got Emerald. I worked to save up the money to get those. Well, I mean, didn't take long to save up the money. I was making paychecks then and didn't have any bills, so it was great. Just go out and buy them right away. Basically, I worked at a game store too, so I just got my money, turned around, and spent it at the same place I worked. I bet they love that. Oh, we found an idiot. He's going to go ahead and spend his whole check here. But, yeah, having it as a parallel universe is wonderful. It reminds me of Marvel. It's yes, you can have your regular Marvel universe, the 616. You're at Earth 616. And then you can have the Ultimate Universe as well. And that's how I view it. Emerald is part of the Ultimate Universe, while Ruby and Sapphire were part of 616. And it's fun. It was a whole extra just journey. It hits differently. I don't know what it is, but you start the same thing over again, and it's Pokemon, so people who play Pokemon usually don't mind replaying a game. Well, I mean, let's be honest. We tend to go back and replay something, maybe change up some things. Maybe you'll have a mod on your game where you can just get the just random Pokemon, or if ones actually set the rules for you, so you can only catch the first one you see. Cool. My way of doing it is I prefer for them to make me another story, which is basically the same thing, but change up all the Pokemon. In Ruby, I can go to the first area of grass and catch the birds, and that's really it. But in Emerald, I go just a little bit further, I can get Ralts. That was my introduction to Ralts, and Ralts is one of the most amazing Pokemon ever. No, I'm not a weeb. I'm not sitting here saying oh, Gardevoir, yeah. Yeah, I want that. I'm not one of those guys. I don't have that giant pillow doll thing, which is super creepy. Just imagining what people are doing to it. But I do love that feeling of going into that universe again. To that parallel universe, to the main story. It's like when you play the games, at least when I was a kid. I was playing, I think, Yellow at the time, when I was watching the anime. So I got to feel like I was Ash. That felt amazing. I would then switch over and I'd play blue. Because I think I had blue before I got red. Red was the last one I got. But yeah, I'd go back and I'd play blue. And it felt like I was in a whole different story. Because then I wasn't catching Pikachu. I didn't start off with Pikachu. I didn't go find Charmander sitting on a rock and all this stuff. It just hits differently. And I don't know if anybody else out there is like that, where they felt it hit differently. If you are out there, like, let me know, because maybe I'm just an oddball and I see things just in a very skewed way. Considering I am sitting here saying, like, yes, Nintendo, yes, Pokemon Company, I want to pay you $120 instead of just $60. I mean, given they're probably going to charge $70 or $80 for it, so whatever that would add up to, $40, $60, that kind of thing. $140, $160. I can do math. 1 + 1 is 7. But yeah, I really want to know, like, are you like me? Do you see it as being worth it to have a third version? I know they're against it as a company because they're looking at, like, well, it's extra cost and extra time. We got to do more of this and that and that. And they just see it as they have to pay people and they don't want to do that. Fair enough. You don't want to pay people, I get it. You're going to give us DLC, which, in my opinion, the DLC that we got for Sword and Shield wasn't really worth it. I don't feel like it added enough to make it feel like it was just that same vibe, that same experience. And I didn't even get the DLC for the other ones, Violet and Scarlet, because that I liked the game, had fun with it, except I was basically the hand of God before I even got done with any of the storylines, which was a big letdown for me. That game needed a lot of tweaking. If you're gonna do open world, you gotta really put in some effort, or have scaling. But yeah, anyways, like I was saying, let me know if you feel that way. Do you agree that we should kind of ask them, like, hey, give us that third version, or are you fine with the DLC? I mean, to each their own. You can choose however you like. But, yeah, like I said, tomorrow, you get to play Pokemon Red and Green if you want to, and hopefully, fingers crossed, they give us not just the announcement for Gen 10, but they announce that, hey, we're re-releasing the other titles as well. Because I would love to get back into the OG Silver, Crystal, Diamond. Well, not Diamond. I don't know if they'll re-release Diamond. That'd be a little weird. I think that's pushing it too much, but it'd be cool. It'd be cool. Anyways, I hope you all have a wonderful day. And until next time, you take care.
Hey, thanks for watching.
Give us a like if you enjoyed it, and dislike it if you didn't.
Let us know what you think about the channel.
And don't forget to subscribe.
Tell your mom.